What do you think of all his stuff?
I don't know what's happening, right? Like what really happened, and why is Romania going after him? Are they being pressured by someone else to do this? Like what is the reason why they're doing it? And what do they have on him? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that to me is the right answer. How could nobody knows? A lot of people are acting like they know. If you go read it,
well, they want him,
which is crazy.
They want him to go down, and they want him. He represents something. He represents masculinity.
He is sort of toxic. I mean, he says crazy stuff.
They seize his car collection as investigation continues.
The one thing I don't get about this, well, I do get, I understand. People are actually like want the charges to be true, which is crazy because that would mean a lot of bad shit to happen to a lot of bad people.
Yeah, I would rather the charge.
And he's absolutely right. The reason why a lot of people want something to happen to Andrew Tate because of how flamboyant and flashy he was, it's very appealing to the youth. And a lot of guys in this space, you know, we like his confidence. We like the satire that he promotes. But to a lot of other people, they find it offensive. And we have more people that find it offensive than glorify it. So a lot of people are hurt just behind the fact that he's flashy. A lot of people inside, they never liked people like this. This is why you have haters. So whenever you start to see a man like this go through things, everyone is going to be rooting for his downfall. Everyone always roots for the winner's downfall. Think about Floyd Mayweather. No matter how much he wins, people still show up every day to another fight of his, and he gets paid millions of dollars because they're anticipating him to lose.
Charges be incorrect. Look, Romania, I don't know what their system is like. I don't know whether they're corrupt. I've heard things, but I don't have any real information. So I'd be talking on to say, if he really did like traffic people, if he really did all the things he's saying, well, I hope that gets proven in court, and I hope he gets punished if he really did that. If he didn't do that, I hope he gets exonerated, and I hope he gets the Romania. I don't know.
See, we already know that he did have a webcam service. We already knew that already. But the question is, what was going on behind the scenes? And I said in my live yesterday, everybody behind the scenes, they do have this rough attitude. So we can't say what he did or what he wasn't doing behind the scenes. But the nature of Andrew Tate, of what we've seen so far, is a lot of satire. It's more bark than action. But he's an intelligent businessman that he has proven. So we're kind of caught in between. Is he this bad guy that turned legit? Was he legit in playing the bad guy aura? Either way, he's a character in life that's a threat to the elites because he gained popularity and power extremely fast.
I don't know what he did. I know a lot of what he does is theater, right? A lot of what he does is very like satire. He plays the role of this boastful misogynist who smokes cigars and drives Lamborghinis, and that's his thing. And because of that, he's amassed an amazing amount of money. And he's done it by doing this character, this online persona, but then also says very wise things. He says ridiculous shit, but also says really interesting things. He's a very smart guy. If you listen to him being interviewed by Patrick Bet-David, Patrick Bet-David interviewed him after he got canceled off of all social media. And Patrick is fantastic. He's really good at letting people talk and talking to everybody. And Patrick is so wealthy and so successful outside of the world of podcasting that he only does it because he's interested in it. And so he's the perfect guy to handle that because he is not afraid of to talk to anybody. He'll talk to anybody. And so he had him on for a long form conversation. They talk for hours, and you get to see this is a very intelligent and calculated guy.
That's what we love about Andrew. We know that his dad's a chess player. We know that he's a chess player. And whenever you're playing chess makes you accountable for every move that you make, which goes into your regular life where you're accountable for all your actions. And that's what would make you successful in life. We're right. Andrew Tate is a very highly intelligent person, which is why when you look at the charges, they don't quite match the personality of the guy that we're used to seeing. But he also has a persona that leaves a lot of iffy, like what was happening back there based off the satire character that he has became. You have to understand, it isn't people they dislike Andrew. It's they dislike the arrogance of Andrew is the most of what people dislike.
You might not agree with his message. You might not agree with all the misogynist stuff. You might not agree with, and I don't agree with it. You might not agree with all the crazy antics, but you cannot deny that that's been incredibly successful because it resonates with a lot of young men who don't feel represented in the media. And they see this guy and it looks like fun. Do they agree with what he's saying? That doesn't mean they agree with it. They think it's fun. It's like pro wrestling. He's like a bad guy in pro wrestling. He's a heel. He's smoking cigars with his Lamborghinis and
see, that's where I go.
He's right. People are infatuated with the lifestyle. The younger guys are infatuated with the lifestyle because it looks cool. It's ultimately what they want to be. And a lot of these guys that are infatuated with him are gamers, online introverts that are looking to do something with their life. Not many young guys want to sit in the house for the rest of their life playing video games. So when they look at someone like Andrew Tate that has made it, they look at it and says, I want to be him. What do I have to be to have the confidence of that guy? What do I have to be to have the money of that guy? But the people on the outside looking in, they're saying, hey, he does cam girls. He's talking like this. He's acting like that. You should not want to be this type of guy because it looks like he does not like women at all. And we're living in a world where everyone is feminized. That's what's happening. Is his power is too strong. It looks like toxic masculinity, and it looks like that type of toxic masculinity is gaining a lot of traction, and they have to stop it in order to maintain power. What would happen if men listened to Andrew Tate and actually started to become the best version of themselves? Then you'll have a decrease in feminism.
I think there's probably a lot of people think that, and then I think there's probably other people who take it seriously, which is where it's a super.
Yes, that is where it gets fucked up. Where it gets fucked up is like young boys repeating the shit that he's saying to young girls because
he says
they're supposed to
property
do that.
and he owns them, which is nuts. And so you hope people are like, oh, that's an act. The one thing I will say, for an intelligent guy, which I agree with you, he is, to be doing the things he's being accused of doing and then go seek publicity is a very unwise move.
That's what makes everything so confusing. It's like he's such a smart guy. Why would he be out here pretty much protesting illegal activity? That's where I think the media is wrong at. I think that Andrew is smart enough to know that I'm not getting ready to put myself out there knowing that I have something illegal in the background that could come back and haunt me. This is a situation where I think it's a money grab. They're really going to drain his money out with lawyers. They're going to drain his money out with the judges. People in Romania are going to want to be paid. And when I say people, I'm talking about the government. They're going to want to be paid off in order to make all of this disappear because they've been in pressure from the elites. The elites is what's putting the government on pressure in Romania, telling them, you guys better do something or we're going to change the way your government moves. So then they turn around and put the pressure on Andrew. Andrew just has to come out of pocket right now. That's what they're doing. When you start playing these type of games, it's a matter of who money can last the longest.
He did the things
Correct.
that he did.
Then it's like, what you would think if you're committing atrocities, you would try to stay under the radar. He does quite the opposite.
Yeah, but again, we don't know.
No, nobody knows.
That's the problem.
That's like the pizza thing, the pizza box. I don't know if you saw that. Everybody saying he got busted because of the pizza box, and then the authorities like that had nothing to do with it.
No, they knew he was in Romania. It was just what's that word? Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. That's been what it was. Like he's making fun of Greta Thunberg, and then he gets fucking arrested right afterwards. It's kind of.
He's absolutely right. The pizza box had nothing to do with it. They know where he's at. He's Andrew Tate. He's one of the most famous people in Romania. There's not many places that he's going to be able to go without people seeing him. They take this Thornburg situation, ugly looking woman who's part of this feminist group, and they use all their connections in order to send a message. That's all they're doing. It's connections, meeting networking systems and connections in order to feel powerful. Where Andrew messed up, I think, is he didn't build enough allies in Dubai. He should have had the Middle East as an ally. That way he had a place to go and he had a backing. It seemed like he was just trying to build his allies before they took him down. So they're actually in a place now where they can hold Andrew the longest to try to destroy him because he really doesn't have any allies that's going to help him out. When you're battling the elites, it's going to be a matter of money and power. If you guys want, go over to Joe Rogan's channel. You can watch the entire interview. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.